Hello, my beautiful besties. It's your girl Nelly. If you're part of my nail crew, welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now and become part of my amazing nail crew. I am very excited because MelodySusie was kind enough to send me another drill to review for you all. And this is quite a very interesting drill. This is the PM170F. This is from the P series. And it is a beautiful, beautiful drill. So this is what the packaging looks like. This is what the back of the box looks like. Gives you the model, input, max power, all the information that you need, all their socials, all that good stuff. So let's open this baby up. So the first thing you're going to come across, of course, is the instruction manual. And if you're not familiar with drill or anything related to drills, I suggest you read this. I am familiar with drills. However, I did have to read it because I was a little confused and a little concerned at first, and I'm going to explain why later in the video. But nonetheless, I have to say this is a very amazing drill. It's very beautiful. It looks very similar to another drill that I have from MelodySusie, which I will put them side by side and compare them. So once I remove the drill, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's very thin. It feels very comfortable to work with. I still stand by the theory that they're going down in size, but still keeping the power. So this is the other one that I have, and they look quite similar. However, they work differently. And yeah, I was quite impressed. So I will show you my prep, which I'm going to apologize at first from the get-go. I have to apologize because a lot of the footage was not in frame or was not in focus. So yeah. So once you remove that, you're going to come across drill bits. These ones I decided to keep. I used, I think, 2 of them during my prep. And the rest, I just left it in the box. I will most likely give it away for one of my giveaways. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. I really liked it. Um, it was it is an amazing drill. So I'm gonna explain why in a few seconds. So it came with those sanding bands, the small ones, and the charging cable. As you can see, it's a C type charging cable, and this one you have to plug it right there and put it to charge. So as I was explaining certain things, I was charging the drill. I'm going to turn it on so that you can see how it works. So that is the power button, but it's not just the power button. You can turn the drill on by pressing it once. Once you turn it on, it automatically starts at 1000 RPMs. So it has the pause button is the same as the power button. You press it once and it pauses. You press it twice and it changes to reverse in case you want to do your left hand. If you pause it twice again, it goes back to forward. And it's still paused. You have to press it again in order to go back to the RPMs. Now, this goes as far as 30,000 RPMs. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I did my natural nails with this. I do hard gel on my natural nails. So I'm going to be 100% honest with you, bestie. I never went above 1000 RPMs. Now, keep in mind that hard gel is very hard, is very soft to file. So I did not need to go above that. Now, if you were to use acrylic, then you will most likely have to do that. Go up in the RPMs. As you can see, it's been 5 weeks. I have no lifting. I get a lot of questions regarding lifting, so this is the video for you. Like I said, unfortunately, a lot of the footage is not on focus. I do have a lot of other videos where I do my hard gel and the footage is a lot better, but I can't recreate this because it was my natural nail. So I'm going to explain some things for people that are new to hard gel. Let's say you have short nails like this drawing that I attempted to do. I'm sorry, not very artistic. I would suggest that you use the hard gel, painting it as if it was gel polish, right? You set up your lamp for 90-second count, and then you cure in between. And I would suggest you do 3 to 4 coats, and you have to cure each time in between. Now, if your nail was longer, like mine, as I'm showing you right here, I'm going to concentrate the product right where I'm drawing this rectangle right here. Now, this is when this brush comes into play. So what I'm going to do with this brush is I'm going to fade, or I'm going to pull the product towards the cuticle area, towards the sidewalls and the free edge. So that's technically what I do. And then after I do that, what I'm going to do is I flip my finger upside down, which is this drawing that I did. Is kind of weird. But unfortunately, if I move, like if I turn my finger upside down, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Once I turn my finger upside down, it's going to concentrate the gel into the center of the nail. Now, let's say if you do that, let's say you have a bumpy um, application, that's when the brush can come into play, and you can manipulate the gel in order to get a more even look. And then when I flip my finger upside down, because it's a medium consistency, now I have to make that very clear. I wait 5 to 10 seconds before I cure. Every time I cure any gel product to prevent heat spikes, I set it up for the 90-second button on my lamp. Now, let's prep, besties. So when it comes to prep, the first thing I'm gonna do is I need to regain the shape. Now I had cut down the length, I would say about a week ago, because I do other sets on top of what I'm wearing. I have a peel off method that works beautifully for me. There's other things that I want to try, but that's not related to this video at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to file the side walls, and I'm going to file the free edge. This is going to help me regain that shape. The second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you several fingers, because I wanted to make sure that you get a clear view of how I do things. Now, I have to say, I'm not an educator. I'm not a nail tech, but this method has worked for me for years. I've done it many times. You can go back to my nail videos when I do hard gel on my natural nails, and you're gonna see the exact same thing. So if it's not on focus, I apologize. If I'm not in frame, I apologize. I recorded this video. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, Bessie, because when I wake up early in the morning, that's the only time that I have to do videos. So let's just say I was tired, and I have a very bright light that is right on top of the phone, so I wasn't able to see properly. So here I'm showing you that I'm just going at 1000 RPM. Now this is a fine safety bit. All I'm doing is I am removing the shine, or removing the top coat from the nail. I want you to pay close attention on how I do that, because not a lot of people know how to work with a nail drill, and that's okay. We all learn. I remember my first drill bit, my first drill, and my first drill bits. Oh my God. So if you're new to drills, please invest in safety drill bits that will help you not cut your cuticles, or not do a lot of damage to your nails. But yeah, I did have to cut a lot of the footage. Oh my God, I was so frustrated. I was heated. I was so upset, because here I am thinking, oh my God, I'm making this amazing video, and they're gonna be able to see everything, and I'm gonna be able to show everything. No, it wasn't focusing, because as you can see, the phone is focusing more on dust collector. So this is what they look like after I reshaped and I removed the top coat. The second stage would be to push back my cuticles. What this is going to do is it's going to kind of separate the dead skin that is attached to your nail plate. It would also give you a little bit of more nail plate to play with. So this is a very, very important step. I would not suggest you skipping this. If you take anything from this video, please try the prep. If you don't want to try the application, that's completely fine with me. But the prep is the most important thing because a lot of people have problems with lifting, and it doesn't really matter the product if it's hard gel or if it's acrylic or polygel. If you have lifting problems, the problem is in the prep. So I'm going to go, and this is a 240 sanding band. And as you can see, this drill really had me confused because it doesn't have the lock or unlock um, option or section. So you just push it in. And I was concerned. I was like, oh my God, is it really going to hold it? And it did. It worked so well. And then to remove it, you just pull it out and that's it. And I was very surprised by that. So here I am just removing the dead skin from the nail plate, and with the drill bit that I was using before, I did not, and I repeat myself, I did not touch my natural nail at all. You don't want to use a carbide or um, you know, anything that has a lot of teeth. Drill bits on your natural nail because you will create some really bad damage. So just go with a sanding band, and the softer, in my opinion, the better. All you need is to buff it out. This will help you remove any dead skin that it's attached to your natural nail plate. I'm also, if you're going to notice that at some point I start buffing in a different direction, like what I'm doing right now, it's because when I remove the top coat with the other drill bit, there was still some parts that were shiny. So what I'm doing is removing that shine, and so that the gel can adhere better. And I wanted to show you exactly, what I was doing. I'm trying to be very transparent here, just in case anybody has any questions. If you do have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section below. I would gladly answer your questions. If I can't answer your questions, I will point you in the right direction. As you can see, I am not really putting a lot of pressure. Like I said, this was a 1000 RPMs. So I'm being very gentle, very careful. I did speed it up a little bit, but for the most part, you're going to see, what they look like. So here I had a little, just a few spots where I missed, and I'm just going back and fixing that right away. Once I'm finished doing that, I'm going to clean my nails with nail cleanser. And this is to remove every dust particle on the nail. It also helps it dehydrate it, believe it or not. I'm going to be using LGNPRO nail cleanser, and you have to be very, very, I wouldn't say rough, but like really get in there to remove any dust that's anywhere within that cuticle area. And trust me, it's going to help you big time. You don't want any dust or anything on your nails when it comes to application. And I'm gonna point some things out because I know a lot of people are very curious, especially people that are new. And it's okay because I've been there, done that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the LGNPRO dehydrator. I am not affiliated with LGNPRO. I just love her products. I've been using them for a long time. As you can see, I'm out of frame here, and the phone is focusing on the shiny part of the brush. So I apologize for that, bestie. So I'm going in with the dehydrator. I'm really focusing mostly on my natural nail more than the rest of whatever product I have left. Then I'm going to go in with Young Nails Bond. Now you can use this or you can get yourself a primer. It really, I've tried different method. I even tried not using a bond and I still didn't have any lifting. So it really is what you do on your prep, which is what's important. You also want to make sure that you don't over saturate your nails, because that could be bad too. So items that you're going to need a little bit of alcohol, or isopropyl alcohol, and a cleaning brush. Now I'm going to go in with the rubber base gel. So the rubber base gel, it's just that. This is going to help the product adhere to your nail. So you want to make sure you cover the entire nail with this. Some people just do the natural nail part. I just go in and I just apply it to the whole nail, because at the end of the day, I am going to be covering the entire nail with gel, and you're going to see how I do my application. Unfortunately, like I said, I had to cut a lot of this out and I was so frustrated. I really thought about not uploading the video because it was so bad, but this is not something I can redo unless I wait 5 more weeks to do a fill. So I didn't want to have to do that, because this is technically the review of the drill that it was sent to me by MelodySusie, which, by the way, I'm very grateful for. While I do this, I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. So let me give my shout out. Shout out to everyone who takes the time to watch my videos. Shout out to everyone who likes, comments, shares, and subscribes to my channel. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your love and support and for your donation to my channel. So this is when the brush and the isopropyl alcohol come into play. Before you cure this, you have to make sure that none of that product is touching your skin. When you're playing with gel, you have to be very careful, because at any given point, anybody can develop any type of allergy. And this is not just with hard gel. This can be with gel polish, anything gel related. So here's a tip. If you want to prevent heat spikes, because this is a point where you would get heat spikes, trust me, you want to set your lamp at a 90-second count. And after I do that, this is what the nails are looking like. Now, I want to make something very clear. Don't go crazy and don't go being curious and touch this. Do not touch. No touchy, bestie. No touchy. Because you will compromise the adhesion of the product. So this is the color that I'm going to use from LGNPRO, Dusty Rose. I love this color. As you can see, I've used it many times. I'm almost running out of it. So I need to make a purchase probably in a few months. So yeah. I'm also going to be using the number 4 brush, also by LGNPRO. As you can see, I love her products. I've always said it and I will forever say it. Her bling gel is the best. I use her bling all the time. These are the items that you're going to need to help you have a great application. So the first thing I'm going to do is you're going to apply a very thin layer. Think of it as if it was gel polish. That's going to be your slip layer, right? And this is just an explanation of, let's say, if you have the nails with the same length that I have. So you're going to get close to your cuticle without touching your skin, and at any given point. And if you do, that's when the isopropyl alcohol and the cleanup brush comes into play again. So it doesn't have to be a thick layer at all. Just go in with a thin layer. Then I'm going to grab a bit of a bigger bead. I don't really need a lot of product. Here it jumped again. Again, I had to cut so much of this video. Oh my God. I am so sorry, bestie. But here I had already done the first nail, but it was so out of frame. I had to cut that out of the video. And so here I am again, grabbing a bigger bead. And hopefully I'll show you the application on this nail. I did this video yesterday, so I can't really remember everything that I did. So bear with me, okay? I'm so sorry. I do apologize. As you can see, I'm out of frame. Sorry. So I'm going to concentrate and I'm going to do like in the center of the nail, right? I'm doing circular motions. So if you find that you're a little bit heavy-handed, as you can see, I have my pinky on my hand there, and what I'm doing is I'm balancing my hand so that I don't put a lot of pressure. At this point, I had already covered all the area that I needed to cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush the rest of the product because I do not need my free edge to be very thick. When it comes to short nails, the more natural they look, the better. So this is when that liner brush comes into play. As you can see, I am just pulling the product, making sure it's closer to that cuticle area, making sure it's closer to the free edge without touching the skin. And if it so happens to do so, that's again when the cleanup brush comes into play. So I go on the sides. I'm so sorry that you can't see that at the moment. And I also do that on the surface of the nail because I brushed it so much at the free edge that obviously there's not a lot of product. So you're going to see a little bit of, well, you're not going to see it, but I saw kind of like a little lump. So I'm trying to even everything out. Once I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my finger upside down and I do count for 10 seconds. Now I'm counting for 10 seconds. Do keep in mind that this gel is a medium viscosity. If it was something with a runnier viscosity, I would not wait 10 seconds. It would be more of like 3, maybe 5 seconds because, different gels work differently, especially with the viscosity. With this nail, you're going to be able to see a better footage of what I did. So here I did touch my skin and I'm going to go in and clean it. Then I go in and I grab the bigger bead and you're going to be able to see a better application. Again, I am so sorry. I can't see on my phone. Like once I place my phone, it's kind of hard to see. But here, hopefully, you'll be able to see a little bit better. So when it comes to infills, you really don't need a lot of product. Or even if you're doing short nails, you really don't need a lot of product. Your nails do not need to be thick. You don't need a high apex if you had short nails like this at all. All you have to do is just make them look a little bit, with enough thickness that they're not going to break. And that is the main reason why I decided to use hard gel on my natural nails. As you can see, I'm just brushing the rest of the product. And then I go back in with the liner brush. I had a bubble there, so I had to kind of pop it. And then I go in to make sure that, it's closer and closer to my cuticle area without touching the skin. And then I kind of pull the product to the side walls, making sure it's covering everything. Then I go over the surface to make sure that everything is nice and even. Once again, once I finish doing all of this, I'm going to flip my finger upside down so that the product can concentrate towards the center of the nail. The better your application, the less filing you have to do, bestie. Always keep that in mind. I say that time and time again. As you can see, it looks like a very clean application, so it's not going to be hard to file. Aside from the fact that hard gel is really not hard to file, I do majority of my shaping with the hand file anyways. I've always done that. And I do my cuticle area with my drill. So this is what the nails look like after the application. And you have to remove, you see how it looks shiny? So it leaves a sticky layer and you have to clean that very well because it will damage your file or your drill bit. So I do this process twice. I'm only going to show you once, but I do this twice just to make sure that there's no stickiness. You have to make sure to clean your sidewalls very well, your cuticle area, and all that good stuff. So here I'm just going to go back again to regain the shape in case there's any lumps or bumps around the nail. I go and start with my sidewalls and then I go onto the surface of the nail. Then I finish with my free edge to make sure it's straight. As you can see, it files very easily. And like I said, the better your application, the less filing you have to do. It's not going to be such a struggle. Literally, it took me like less than 15 minutes to file all my nails because the application was that on point. But then you're going to see me use the drill again to get into that cuticle area and actually seal that area, which is very, very important. Also, it plays a very great part when it comes to lifting. If you don't seal your cuticle area properly, that leaves the space for lifting. It's not just prep, it's the entire process, bestie. So this is what the nail looks like. And then you're going to see me use the drill again. And I do show you at one given point that I'm only using it at 1000 RPMs. So this is a 5-in-1 safety bit. And I'm being very careful because this is again my skin. And it doesn't matter that this is a safety bit. You still have to be careful, bestie. So this is when I kind of take down whatever I miss with the hand file and I make it look more natural. So the more natural the nail looks, the better, because obviously, you know, you don't want a very thick nail. There's no purpose of having a very thick nail when the nails are this short at all. But I also have a finishing touch, which I will show you really soon. What I like to do, I am going to explain it now, but you're going to see it in a few minutes. So once I finish doing this process to all of the nails, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back with the sanding band. And, you know, in the process of buffing the nails with it, I'm also going to go back into the sidewalls and that cuticle area. And it absolutely helps out a lot. And it finished sealing all that area. And you're going to see that really, really soon. So after that is done, all I do is I clean my nails with more nail cleanser, and then I just apply top coat. I did not show the top coat part, and I just went straight to the finishing look. I don't do any designs on these nails. Why? Because I do my regular sets on top of this product. So it's very important for me to just do this, apply top coat, and that's it. I'm done. This will give me the opportunity to be able to, you know, create more sets even on top of this product. So I have my nails looking good for work and on a daily basis. And then I can just do my crazy nails, like I like to call them, for YouTube, because they are for YouTube content only. I do sometimes wear them for work. However, that is very rarely. So I do want to say thank you to everyone who took the time to watch this video. If you find it helpful, please share it. It might help someone else, somebody who might have been having trouble or a hard time with prep or with the application of hard gel. Hard gel is an amazing product, especially if you can't stand the smell of monomer. I get it. That's why my journey started with polygel. Then I graduated from polygel. See, 1000 RPMs. And then I went to hard gel. I sort of kind of graduated from hard gel, and then I went into acrylics. And nails is my passion. It's my coping mechanism. I love sitting on my desk and doing nails and creating content for you guys. So thank you so much for the opportunity to show you my work. Again, like I said, I'm not an educator, but you can learn something from everybody. And I'm hoping you learn something from me. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this set. Let me know what your thoughts are on the prep and application. Don't forget to give this video a like. If you like my content, please do subscribe. And again, thank you. I love you guys so very much. Thank you so, 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 so much. So I'll see you on the next one. Love you. Bye.